Bliss, everyone. Hey, how are you all doing? Welcome to another weekly reading with Rissa Vibes. This is me, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you as always. Today we are getting into a brand new weekly reading for the week of 4/21 today to 4/28 next Sunday. So we're going to be covering all of the energy, the numerology, the astrology, the spirit messages, everything that we feel energetically and want to tap into for this week to come up so we can be prepared for. My dog's excited in the background. He's shaking. He's ready to go. So let's go ahead and get into a quick review of last week as you all join me here. And while you join, take some deep breaths, center into your own inner being, relax. Realize that it is Sunday. It is a beautiful day. We are connected here together in spiritual awareness and energetic connection and understanding, seeking new knowledge and understanding our oneness. So just allow yourself to unwind in that awareness today as we connect here, as you all join, as I review last week. So last week, 4/14 to 4/21, so we're going to cover a little bit of this weekend as well. Last week, the cards for the week was truth and integrity in the beginning. So we were really focused on maintaining our truth, having more integrity, being honest with ourselves and others, feeling into our truth of our own spirit and of our own wants and needs, really getting more understanding of what we desire and what we need and being self-reflective of that. And then the middle of the week, we were encouraged by the cards to maintain hope, to have a strong awareness of our hope, to feel into our ability to know that we can manifest new beginnings, our visions for ourselves, our ability to feel confident by feeling into our faith and our hope and being positive and aware that even though we are experiencing some tower moments and we're feeling some shifts in our experience, that with our hope, with our belief in ourself to manifest more, and with our belief in our connection to source energy as extensions of it, that we would bring in what we desire. And then at the end of the week, we had Hanged Man, the Hanged Man card. It was all about how everything is changing. Everything's been flipped on its head. Everything is new perspectives, new experiences, new opportunities, new awarenesses in general, and just completely a newness about us, right? And so we're feeling into that. And also the Hangman represents letting go of old forms, releasing kind of these little tiny deaths, a lot of ego release as well, things like that that are just no longer serving us, letting us feel into that relaxation and release. Lay down, Gio. Lay down, Papa. He's just walking around and so excited. Lay down. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk more about some spirit messages for this week. Now, I want to talk about a little bit, not to go too religious, but today is Easter. And I want to talk about the spiritual aspect of this time in our energy and in our world right now, because there's a lot of energetic synchronicities from a global perspective and a personal perspective that reflect this essence of rebirth and resurrection from Mother Earth, from Gaia, and also from ourselves, from our own inner being, and the social forms and the religion and all of these other constructs that have been shaped around our society for so long. All the things that we have built up in our society are starting to crumble. They're starting to fade. They're starting to fall away. And it's so important that we acknowledge that, because that is very reflective of this energy that we're in right now, this rebirth that we are all experiencing. The tower moments last week, the changes, the Hanged Man card, and then we have this other energy coming up this week of rebirth and activation from our spirit guides, from galactic energy and cosmic energy, the ability to feel into the new beginnings ahead of us by feeling new energy running through our being and letting that soak in so that it begins to manifest in our external and give us what we need to move forward fluidly in everything that we're bringing forth. So let's talk about that. The week this week coming up, 4/21 to 4/28, that's where we're at right now, moving right into the spirit messages. The things that I picked up the most is what I just talked about a little bit. The Hanged Man of last week represents our opportunity for rebirth. It represents resurrection, ego death, and other deaths that the Tower have been representing and bringing forth in our experience of the last week and week and a half. Now, this cycle is unfolding into new life of our energy. So this is a continuance of that Hanged Man energy of this weekend from the card that we pulled last week for the end of the week. And we're moving into more of that understanding of it by feeling the opportunity we have for the rebirth and resurrection of our own consciousness, of our own being, of our own experience. This is going to be layers and layers of rebirth that we're experiencing, dependent on the towers that we've been having, dependent on the characteristics that we've been letting go of within ourselves, depending on the things in our relationships that we no longer are tolerating or that we're letting go of, old forms, old patterns. It's so important to release that so that we can open up to the capacity of accessing these new activations, these new charges of our spirit, these new levels of consciousness with this rebirth of our existence and of our being. And we're seeing it on a global level as well. With the fire of Notre Dame, we're seeing that with the old forms clearing away, the old churches, these old structures that represent a lot of energy that aren't necessarily in alignment with the spiritual essence of what we have come to know when we get out of the perspective of religion and start to understand spirituality. There's a greater awareness there. There's an expansion of knowledge. And with that expansion of knowledge, old forms tend to fall away and crumble and fade away. Now, it's really important too that we send a lot of love and energy to Sri Lanka. There were some very big explosions that just happened this morning for Easter Sunday service on some churches in Sri Lanka. Also, some hotels have been reported to have had bombs that exploded in them this morning. So let's all take just a moment to send love and light and healing and protection and grace and complete source energy that we can muster, all the energy that we can pray on for source to send that way, and for us to feel as a collective connected to our family, our tribe in Sri Lanka. We are all connected, we're all one. And so those who have lost their lives over there, those who have been injured in these bombings and these explosions, we send love, we send light, we send healing energy. We know that this is part of transformation and that we wish to be as of service as we can to whatever this side of the world needs and these people need, and whatever is going on over there energetically. We send love and light and hope for grace, a graceful transformation and a graceful unfolding of whatever is meant to happen there. But we are here to provide support and love and healing to all who need it in all over the world, but Sri Lanka specifically with these bombings this morning. We're sending love and light and prayers and healing and just connection to our heart so that we give them that love and that strength that they need to carry on. So with that, it's so important to acknowledge that we are connected to the one and that Mother Earth is transforming, and we see it on this global level. We see things being taken down and cleared away, and it's unfortunate in the ways that the war aspect is being revealed as well, because there's a lot of things that have been happening in the world lately that are reflective of the war on spirituality and religion. And religion is an old form. Let's be very clear there. Religion is an old form. Spirituality is an expanded view of religion. However, it does have constructs and aspects of it that are important to understand and realize, because it's a part of the history. And we want to also always know that anyone who is religious in our life, or who may not have the same religious backgrounds or beliefs that we do, it's so important to recognize our oneness with them. It's so important to recognize that they are human, that we are human, and that we share that connection. We share that extension of source energy. We all have a different path and awareness, and we are all here to be lights for each other and to be support and love for each other, and to never destroy or tear each other down or hurt or harm each other. So we give a ton of love and light and healing energy and protective energy to those who are vulnerable to attack, who are feeling the weight of the world, and who are experiencing these very tragic experiences and circumstances, and are falling victim to the way in which the world is transforming and how that is playing out on both sides, both the light side and the shadow side. There's always going to be both. There's always going to be a shadow element to transformation, and there's always going to be a light element to transformation. So it's so important for us to just acknowledge that when we see either play out, that we send our loving light for grace and for complete honoring of whatever we need to give for that moment, because oftentimes we don't know what the people need. We don't know what why this happened, or what's occurring under the surface energetically. We can only assume or presume or use our own knowledge and intuition to get glimpses of it. But the main thing is to send energy where it's needed, and to allow our guides and our extension of source to do the work by choosing whatever energy is necessary for those people to feel, so that they can feel what they need. So we don't have to control it or try to dictate that they feel a certain way or have a certain understanding. We just send whatever energy is needed and know that we are here for that support. So I wanted to take time to do that because I just heard about those bombings, and I think it's really important as spiritual beings, as light workers, as light warriors, that we step up to the plate and we send energy where it's needed whenever we feel that. And make sure that you're doing that in your daily life too, in your experiences. Anytime you feel somebody that you know is going through a hard time, you just send love and light. Sometimes it doesn't mean that you have to have a conversation with them or run to their rescue. Sometimes it just means sending them love and light and giving just a little bit of time in your day to their energy, to just give them the support they may need and acknowledge that they might need that. Okay, so some more messages here. Now, the next spirit messages I got is that there may be memories or things of the past also creeping up into your existence. Be mindful that these are opportunities to clear tension, to forgive, to let go, to realign, and to find closure or peace. Know that just because things might be returning into your experience or resurfacing in your experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that that thing is going to be there to stay, that it's permanent. It just means that you're having an opportunity to clear the air. Maybe it's an old relationship that ended really badly and you run into that ex in the supermarket. You have an opportunity to clear the air. Hey, I know we ended on a bad foot. I'm doing better. Looks like you're doing better. It's good to see you're happy. I'm happy too. The time we had was great. It was necessary. It taught me a lot, and I'm happy that we both moved on and we're growing from it. And that's it. The closure, the peace, the clearing of the tension. Same thing with old jobs or old forms, old perspectives, old habits, parents. Thought patterns of parents are so much of this energy, because a lot of the perspectives that our parents have are old perspectives that it's time for us to let go of. Old forms, they represent old ways in which we used to think, or we were conditioned to think, that are no longer true to us. So be aware and recognize when these kind of things pop up, and know that it doesn't mean that it's a sign for you to adopt those old perspectives or to continue fueling them because they resurface. It's an opportunity for you to find more peace or closure or gain more understanding from that, so that you can use that to your knowledge and advantage and move forward with that wisdom. So let go, realign, find closure, and peace. Go on your kennel, Bubba. Go on, kennel. He is just moving around. I'm sorry, you all. He's like making all this noise, so I'm gonna put him in his little spot. Okay, so let's get to the rest. Lay down, Bubs. Lay down. I'm going to go into this bulletin because he is making me realize it, my little doggy. There is a ton of animal connection energy going on right now as well. The animals are feeling this shift so strongly. A lot of animals are feeling it in an overwhelmed way. Some animals are getting sick and transitioning. Know that if they do, that it's part of the transition, and that all you can do is just love the time you had and know that they're in a better place, and that the energy of that transformation was just a little bit more than they needed to handle, and that they needed to be a part of, and that it was time for them to just allow to move on, because the energy and the transformation of Mother Earth is connected to all nature. It's connected to all the plants. It's connected to all the animals. It's connected to the ethers and all the elements. So we have to see how that transformation is affecting all of those things. And I know my little doggy has been so irritable and very just like activated. That's the best way I can explain it, is activated. And it's so important that we realize that when they're experiencing that energy, or when we're going through tower moments, or when we're having stresses, or when we're having things that pop up, they're so close to us that they feel it too. And also they feel the energy in which we experience and what we tap into. So it's so important that we are mindful of that, and that we are supportive for our animal friends too, and that we also love them in anything that they, in any way that they react, and just love them through however they transition through the changes that are going on with Mother Earth, and know that it's all a part of the cycle, and that it's all divine, and that you can carry on a connection with your animal if your animal passes on as well, or if you have animals that have passed on, you might be feeling their energy around you more often lately too, because of that energy connection and how the veil is so thin. So know that any kind of animal connection, this goes for spirit animals as well. If you just keep seeing the same animal, the same type of bird keeps popping up in your experience and kind of having these really weird moments with you, or the same type of squirrel or something like that, know that these are significant. These are experiences that are important for you to see, and to know that you are having a continued relationship with the animal kingdom, and that that animal kingdom is available to you to communicate with and to connect with on a deeper level, and to understand more about Mother Earth's transformation, and how the animals are feeling it, and how they're reacting, and what they might be bringing you to do, or what they might be guiding you in with their awareness, and with their consciousness and focus on you as well. So this is all super important to pay attention to. And now my little pup is like laying down asleep. It's like he wanted me to say that message before he rested. So it's like, okay, cool, he's chill now. So now that I've talked about the animals, we can move on to other spirit messages. Ringing in the ears, this is super exciting, okay? Ringing in the ears is huge right now, and it's more common because the cosmic connections are super, super, super strong right now. Just like I talked about last week, and even the week before we started feeling into it, the cosmic connections are even more powerful now. I've been getting a ton of messages from my cosmic and galactic guides, so much energy. And let me know if it's so loud. It looks like it says so loud, so I don't know if you're saying so loud, like the video is so loud. So if it is, I can turn it down. But what I wanted to say was that galactic energy is so powerful right now. And I've been getting a ton of messages from my galactic guides. We got a lot of information. Oh, the ringing in your ears is so loud. Got you. So we've been getting a lot of information about these transformations, not only on Mother Earth and within ourselves, but in the cosmos, okay? There's a whole new world in the cosmos that if you haven't tapped into understanding galactic energy, the galactic races, some galactic understanding of how the universe works in that way, in different dimensions and in space, then it's definitely something to be interested in and tap into, especially this week. Actually, my ears are like starting to ring as I'm talking about it. So this is like really cool. For my Channel and Chill event that I did in Arizona on, what was that, yesterday? No, Friday night for the full moon, we had a lot of galactic energy come through. We had Goddess Isis, Mother Isis, who is the ancient Egyptian goddess of the stars, and she's of creation, and she's known as kind of a celestial goddess. And so she came through me for Channel and Chill. And also the Galactic Transformative Alliance, if you all remember them from the California wildfire video that I posted when we had those California wildfires back then. The Galactic Transformative Alliance came through with a message on that. And so they came through again last night. And now that I'm thinking about it, they actually spoke about fires. And I feel like they were definitely talking about the Notre Dame fire and how that transformation plays into everything. And so I will be posting the audios of that. I'm going to chop them up today and get them out. I'm not the greatest at that chopping and stuff, so give me a little bit of time, but I will have those posted tonight or tomorrow for you all to listen to, just the main clips of them. I'm not going to post the entire session because that would be, there's a lot of people's questions and things like that on there that I like to keep private. That's why it's so great for you to come into the physical and do it in Arizona if you can make it here, or if you want me to come to your town or city, let me know, comment below, and we can try to arrange that for a Channel and Chill. But I will be posting the majority of the message, the kind of the meat of the message for the collective, at least, from that Galactic Transformative Alliance, because I think it was very important to know. And just with this energy of the ringing in the ears and how strong our galactic families are reaching out to us, I encourage you to stargaze as much as possible. It's nice out now. We're entering spring. We're in spring, actually, so we're feeling, hopefully, some of the East Coast states and countries are feeling a little bit more warmth as well, and they're not having any too much cold, but enough to at least go out and stargaze and to feel into the beautiful stars in the cosmos above, and to just energetically open up to whatever the cosmos have for you. And stargazing is so powerful because when you stargaze, you end up kind of daydreaming and meditating. If you remember when you were a kid, you probably stargazed and you would just stare at the stars and see all these different things moving, and you would just let the shooting stars come as they pleased, and you would get so excited when you'd see one, and you would see the clouds moving over the stars. Same thing with just, you know, daydreaming and laying in the grass during the day and watching the clouds form. These are parts of meditation that we forget we did as a child. This was meditation that we did as a child. So it's important that we get back to that, because when we do that again, we end up going into this meditative place and receiving light codes, receiving activations, sometimes even receiving messages, or seeing stars playing around and zipping through the air, or even UFOs. UFO sightings come forth with that stargazing, because our galactic family is so present and they're reaching out to us right now. A lot of our galactic families are wanting to connect with us, because if we are ready to feel their love and to feel their guidance, they want to help us transform into higher versions of ourselves, and to help us help Mother Earth transform in the way it needs to. So we are being called as light workers and as star seeds to do that work and to fulfill that mission by connecting with our galactic family and starting to know what we need to do to help raise the vibration of Mother Earth. I always get these like weird screen changes when I talk about ETs as well. Like the screen on my side of the camera is like flashing different filters of colors, which is really cool. It might just be my eyes though. Like maybe my eyes are tripping out because of I'm talking about it. Who knows? But if you guys are experiencing that too, where like different color filters are like combing over your eyes, or like just comment about it, because I'm experiencing it. I haven't actually experienced that before, but I've been experiencing it like the last couple of weeks. I think I even did a reading last week where I was talking about that exact experience, but it's only when I'm talking about really high vibrational guides. So I know that they're probably just messing with our senses, because they do that. Even when we're meditating, if you've noticed, when you get in a deep meditation and then you open your eyes, it's almost like all the colors are different than when you originally closed your eyes. They always have that kind of sense of transformation of our senses, because that vibration raises. So I think that's what's happening, but it's just happening while I'm talking, so it's a little bit odd and distracting. But if you're experiencing it too, comment below and tell me about your experiences, because it's pretty cool. Okay. So the energy of the cosmos is assisting Gaia in her rebirthing as well, her resurrection, her transformation, and that's what we're doing as star seeds. So if you want to know more about your cosmic connections, if you want to know if you are a star seed, if you want to know more about what galaxy or what constellation you might be connected to, message me or email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, or at readingsbyrissa on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll be happy to do a cosmic connections reading for you. I'm very much a star seed. I'm very connected to all of the galactic races, and I understand all the inner workings of it. So I am definitely here for you to help you get acquainted with whatever cosmic family is reaching out to you, if you're already having experiences or if you're just curious about it. And if you don't end up being a star seed, then you might have some mermaid energy or fairy energy or some kind of other earth energy that is connected to some elementals. So I will also be able to tap into that as well. So if you're not a star seed, it's okay. We can find out what you are and what you're connected to. So just reach out to me, hit me up, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com or at readingsbyrissa on Instagram. Okay, so what else here? We've got a couple more spirit messages and then a little bit of astrology, and we'll pull some cards. So the next one is that we're entering a bit of a portal. This is the gateway of the turning of the corner that we felt last week that we were talking about. We're feeling this gateway. We're entering this portal with this Easter Sunday, and also tomorrow with 422 is really where I feel like it's starting. It's this energy of the 2s and the 4s and the 8s and the 12s all coming together. Lots of transformation. Lots of guidance from our angels and our guides, lots of connection with spirit and connection with our inner being and self-reflection, a ton of faith and purpose and reflection and concentration and focus on our faith and on our purpose, and feeling into new ways to embody that faith and purpose. So this is what the kind of portal we're entering right now, with today and tomorrow being the first days, and then the end of the portal being 428, or I'm sorry, what did I say? 428. No, 426 is the last day of the portal. I'm sorry. 8, because 26 is 8. That's why I kept hearing 8 in my head. 426 is the end of the portal. So from 422 to 426, which is actually 4 days, we are going to be feeling this essence of these 2s and 4s and 8s and these numbers numerologically that are going to be influencing our experience. So I'm going to get into this a little bit. Now, we're going to be in a more deeper meditative state. We're feeling into the closeness of our energetic and cosmic connection as well. So all of the energy that we're going to be tapping into from our galactic family reaching out to us is sending us into more activations of our spirit from our galactic family, from cosmic energy in general. The quantum love we talked about the last couple of weeks is really feeling into our body finally, and we're feeling integrated with it. And we're going to be a little bit more meditative this week. We're going to find ourselves in kind of this daydreaming essence, this feeling of kind of being out of it a little bit, not really caring too much about too many things, just feeling this kind of sense of flowing through and meditative while awake, kind of a lucid feeling. And so know that that's going to be part of our experience, and that it might feel like it might be hard to get more productive or logical things done. So just know that and be patient with yourself, because this is a part of you integrating the activations received from your galactic ties and the cosmic energy of quantum love, and also of all of the spiritual activations we're getting from our angels as well, with all the 4s coming through this week and the light codes being given to us. So follow the signs. Our guides know the way. Make sure that that's the way that you can feel the kind of next move, the way to navigate your week, because of that kind of dreamy, lucid, trance-like state that we're going to be in this week, because we're integrating all that activation, because we're so kind of connected to the cosmos this week. We're going to want to just follow the signs that our guides give us on what we need to do moving forward for this week, because a lot of things will be kind of hard to make decisions on. We won't really care too much to make a decision. We won't want to do too many strategy or logical things. We're just going to want to flow. So let your guides help with that flow by just noticing synchronicities, signs, different kind of unique coincidences that happen that you know mean something deeper, and following your intuition on finding that deeper meaning and responding to that deeper meaning, so that you can actually follow the guidance in the appropriate way, because that is also developing that connection that you're having, and that's also helping use those light activations that you're being given, and helping put that ringing of the ears and that higher vibration transference into good use. So let yourself feel fun and experience and explore with that as well. Let's see. Also, connection with spirit animals, I talked about that, are going to be more palpable, physical. This is both physical and astral, so we already talked about that. And then the best thing to do in general for this week is to keep yourself in the receptive mode, to allow yourself to open up, opening the heart, breathing deeply, and imagining the heart opening, the mind opening, the body opening to all the light activations, light codes, higher vibrations that are coming our way from our guides, from our higher cosmic connections, and from our angels as well, and our higher self. And just feeling into receiving, letting our guides know that we give them permission to give us the light codes, and that we are receiving it. We are open to receiving it all. And just knowing that by doing that, by keeping ourselves open, we keep our whole body, mind, and spirit in balance. And we also focused on that mind balance last week. So where our mind is already finding a sense of clarity and a sense of stillness that allows for that mind opening. So keep practicing that, because if you have a lot of mental activity, you have a lot of thoughts in your head or stresses and worries, it's going to be harder for the mind to be activated on that spiritual level and to feel that transformation occur that will raise your vibration and your logic and your strategy and your movement forward if you have too much going on there. So clear the mind, do that brain balancing meditation that I just posted this morning, or I think it was last night I posted it. do that brain balancing meditation. That's why I posted it up here on YouTube, because I posted it on Instagram last week. But it's super important to help clear the mind so you can open the mind up for all the new knowledge and wisdom and new activations and light codes coming through the mind. Also, body this week, since mind was last week, body this week is a big focus. So make sure you're doing your diet correctly, that you're drinking a lot of water, that you're keeping your body open to receiving new light. Maybe you're going out and sunbathing some, you're going out into nature, you're receiving that cosmic light under the stars by opening your body up and basking in that light of the stars and of the moon. Also exercising, moving your body, body flow, body stretch, breath work, allowing yourself to feel the flow of your body and allow the energy to flow with it. So important. And meditating with deep breath and stretch is going to also help all the energy and the light codes that you're feeling move through the body, stretching, allowing any blockages in the body, any tensions to fade away, so that that energy flows fluidly and evenly through the body as you receive the light activations and codes that you're getting from your guides. So all of this is super exciting. And of course, spirit balance is going to be a big part of that too. I feel like that's going to be more next week as we feel more of that integration fully adapt into us. But meditation, dropping ego, opening up spiritually, self-actualizing and reflecting is also a part of spiritual balance. So you want to focus on that as well when it feels natural. And just know that with dropping the ego, that's part of that letting go and that kind of tower moment aspect as well. So know that that is a big focus for this last week moving forward into this week also, by dropping the ego and just letting the guides control what your path is, and knowing that right now it's just a time to listen and to flow and to receive. Okay, so those are all of my spirit messages. There's a ton of spirit messages, but it was so necessary. Let's go through the astrology and numerology real quick, and then we'll tap into some cards together, okay? So the astrology for this week, we've got Monday, 4/22 tomorrow, Sun conjunct Uranus. This is important because Uranus is in 2 degrees Taurus tomorrow as well, and we have 4/22. So numerologically, this is the start of that portal I was talking about, and we're feeling the 2s really present here. It is a 3-year, but it's also a 12-year. It's 2019, which equals 12. 2 + 1 = 3, so you can see it in either way. This month, it's more important to view it as the 12, with those 2s being a big focus and the 4s being a division of 12. So super important to know that it's about us finding liberation in relationships, letting go, like we talked about, that hanged man, changing everything on its head. Now we're moving into the true letting go and the embodiment of that release by liberating ourselves from relationships that don't serve, and also liberating ourselves from relationships within ourselves that no longer serve us, such as belief systems or old perspectives, old emotional ties, things like that it's time to move away from, old duality that is no longer important for us to have, that is no longer teaching us a lesson, releasing duality and finding observance in our balance. So that'll be for Monday. We're having a lot of guidance from our angels as well for self-reflection and to see our faith and where our faith is at. So if you feel a little bit lacking of faith or inspiration tomorrow, know that that may be a sign from your guides to have you really observe that duality and to start finding solutions for it by just observing and staying liberated in your awareness of what relationships might be holding you back, or things in your own mind that might be holding yourself back from feeling more faith and from being able to observe yourself more in that way, in a positive way. So we're having a lot of that connection to the 2. That's on Monday. Now that'll be the first day of that portal. Now the next day, Tuesday, 4/23, Venus conjuncts Chiron, which is all about receiving higher vibration. This is going to be a lot of where we're going to feel a ton of those galactic activations really coming through. I was feeling them before I even got on this reading today. I was getting some activations from some of my guides and even new galactic guides that I'm meeting this weekend. So if you're already feeling it, know that that's totally normal too. But that on Tuesday, it's going to feel really strong, and that we're probably going to be really deep in that meditative lucid state on Tuesday. So don't expect to get too much done on Tuesday. Allow yourself to feel into just receiving the higher vibrations. Be meditative, find ways to relax and center yourself in receiving the energy. And also we have that Venus energy of family and love. So love is going to be a gateway to receiving that family galactic connection, and also the love of the quantum love of the cosmos as well. The next day on our portal day is Wednesday 4/24, and that is a big day too because we see more twos here. It adds up to 22. We also have the fours and the twos. We're finding more purpose and alignment with those numbers. We're finding our angels guiding us into more of that purpose. We're finding more faith in ourselves from Monday, and we're finding ourselves being able to stay more strong in our faith and more focused on our faith with Wednesday's influence. We also have astrology-wise Pluto stationing a retrograde in Capricorn. This is important because it's allowing us to stay more reflective. It's giving us more introspection, and with that Capricorn influence, it's releasing stubborn old habits. Anything that's been holding on that we still need to let go of towards the middle of the week, Wednesday is going to help us clear that out so that we can continue this portal of activation of our faith and our purpose and our connection with our angels and these activations of light codes that we're receiving. And then Friday, the last day of our portal, 4/26. So Thursday, we're going to be integrating that energy, just so you know. I'm skipping over Thursday because it's going to be kind of the same as Wednesday, some of the same energy with 4/25. But then on 4/26, we're going to be feeling into this completion of that portal. We're going to start realizing how to maintain the progress that we've received from the energy that we've been given. We're going to feel more positive thoughts, more patience, more faith. We're going to feel more centered in our light. And we're also going to feel more present in ourselves, more aware of ourselves, and more wise, which is going to be great. And then to end the week with 4/27 on Saturday, we're going to feel Mars squaring Neptune, which is actually going to give us a time to relax, and it's going to actually be a little uncomfortable. It might be. I'm not going to say it is because it could be different for you, but it might be a little bit uncomfortable the day after this portal ends on Saturday. And this is usually the case with portals because we receive so much energy in portals, because we activate so much light, we end up feeling so tired and our body has to adapt and integrate it, and our body feels a little uncomfortable and tense and lethargic and just weird. And so that's what we will probably feel a little bit of on Saturday. So just notice that. Know that physical needs to release tension might occur. You might need to stretch a lot. You might need to go like punch a punching bag to get some tension out of the body. You might need to just go run it off or just rest it off, whatever it is. Know that that is going to be a part of your transformation, and it's just a part of the way portals influence us because we have physical vessels and bodies that have to adapt to all that light and energy moving through us. So we're going to feel the essence of the rebirth of this week on Saturday. That's really when it's going to come full circle from this Sunday, really starting with the essence of resurrection and rebirth, and then moving into this portal throughout the week, and then at the end of the week feeling that completion of rebirth and complete changes physically from the activations. Okay, all right, so those are all of the messages for astrology, numerology, and spirit messages. Let's go ahead and get into cards, but first let's get our 3 breaths on and allow ourselves to connect as a collective and just center ourselves with all that information that we just talked about. Tons of stuff coming through. So let's give ourselves some time to integrate by taking a nice deep breath in. Big exhale to relax. Deep breath in with love and light. Big exhale to relax. Another deep breath, opening up to all the spirit messages through the cards for this week coming forward. Big exhale to relax as a collective. And let's take another time, another breath cycle to breathe. Lots of love to send to Sri Lanka with a big exhale. Sending our love and light to all those who need it in any areas of suffering around the world. Waking ourselves back up slowly but surely to pull these cards. Hopefully you felt that transition of energy. I am like so in energy right now. I feel like the energy has been so potent. I feel like I've been channeling like crazy, especially since my channeling event on Friday. I actually felt a lot of channeling energy coming through before I tapped in with you guys on this reading. Pulling the first card of the week. And I thought I was going to channel for this reading, but it just didn't come through. I think I was just able to kind of get the messages through without going into deep channel, but I feel it, like just connecting with you guys right now and just feeling the energy. I know that you probably feel the intensity of the energy too. A couple of crystals I wanted to tell you all to help with the transformation and stuff. Let me take this one out. This is a lava stone. I've never actually taken it out before. Okay. This is a lava stone, and it's really good to help with transformation. Just having it on you is so good. It's also great because you can put some oils, essential oils on it that smell good, and it will release those essential oils, that scent, to help calm you. But the lava stone is so great. I love this necklace because it's in like a little tree of life, which is really like representative of rebirth as well and new life. But that is really great for transformation during these tower moments and all the energy that's changing. I also recommend that you guys get some organite. This is organite. It's a collection of crystals and geodes and metals and resin that they put together to create this kind of pendant. And what it does is it blocks any of the electromagnetic frequencies that are harmful to our body or to our spirit or to our pineal gland, and it blocks all of that, because right now there's a lot of that going on with the technology that's around and just all of the energy changing in the world. So it's really important to have a piece of organite in your home or around your neck a lot, or just in your purse or in your pocket or in your car, just somewhere where you can have it around, because it's super important to help with blocking any of those EMFs and creating some better energy for you and some better harmony. And it also helps with receiving energy and light codes and activations when they come, so that there's not EMFs trying to infiltrate your activations or your light codes. So wearing organite, ORGONITE, and finding a pendant on Etsy or anywhere else at a crystal shop can be really helpful to help you feel that transformation more smoothly. Okay, so we pulled the weekly card for the first beginning part of the week. Let's pull for the middle of the week. Middle of the week. Oh, they're saying that these are for the end of the week, so let's hold on. Spirit Messages decks is at the end of the week. So we'll do the Archangels, the Angels of Atlantis card deck. These are our cosmic cards, and that makes sense that they would want us to pull that for the middle of the week because, whoa, we were just talking about all those activations happening during that time in the middle of the portal. There's so much energy coming through for these. I'm like, make up your mind, guides. There's so much you guys are pushing through here. It's like making me shuffle all weird. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit assertive with the guides, and then they'll be like, okay, we'll pick one. All right, end of the week. Cards for the Spirit Messages deck. What will we have for the end of the week to focus on and to be aware of and to acknowledge? There it is. Oh, we got 2 cards for the end of the week. Cool. We haven't had 2 cards in a while. All right, let's see what we have. I'm gonna get these guys out of the way. I need a bigger table, you guys. I'm gonna get a bigger table soon. Okay. First card for the beginning of the week for 421 to 428, we have, whoa, power. We have the power card for the beginning of the week. This is awesome. This means that we're stepping into our power. This is going to be a big part of that portal opening up, allowing us to feel into our purpose, our faith, our passion, our understanding of our power in all of those things. And that the activations that we're going to be gaining in this portal for Monday, starting tomorrow and today as we open it up, is going to be all about power. And we're going to be feeling into our understanding of power from the activations we receive from our guides. Super, super cool. And I love this because this card is just so beautiful. There's like magic energy, spiritual energy coming out of her hands, and this energy coming out of her mouth, and it's just beautiful. So we're stepping into our power with this portal opening up tomorrow, and all those twos, remember numerologically, so that makes sense with that purpose. So middle of the week, okay, with all these activations from our galactic guys in the cosmos, Raziel, Archangel Raziel, comes forth with dreams. dreams and dream work. If some of you have been having intense dreams, or if you've been knowing you have dreams but you can't remember them when you wake up, know that that's part of the dream work that a lot of times higher vibrational guides do with you when you're sleeping. When you are not quite able to open up more consciously to their activations, they will come to you in your dreams and are able to activate you and give you those light codes via your dreams and your lucid dream aspects and the dream realm to help guide you and bring you more into that higher divinity and vibration. So know that if you're having that dream energy, or you know you're having intense dreams but you can't remember them, or you are remembering dreams, that you pay attention to them and you just know within yourself that those dreams represent you doing your own training work within your mind in the dream realm with your guides to help activate and raise your vibration in this portal. And that may be a lot of the ways in which you receive your light codes and activations. Maybe you're not getting a lot of ringing in the ears, or you're not seeing any UFOs or anything, but you're feeling a lot of crazy dreams or connecting with different guides in your dreams. So know that that is going to be significant. I also do dream interpretation. So if you are interested in having me interpret your dream, maybe you had a crazy dream and you want to understand what it really means, or what guide came through, or what that message they were trying to give you, message me or email me at readingsbyrissa or readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to interpret any dream you have. It's only $22 for a dream interpretation, so pretty cheap and really easy to do. You just got to send me everything you remember from your dream and the payment, and then I send you something back within 24 hours. So that can be really helpful to help you really integrate whatever activations or messages you're getting from your guides with all of that cosmic connection in the portal of this week. All right, the last two cards for the last part of the week to end the portal and to also feel into the weekend. Let's see what we've got. All right, first card is Hello from Heaven. To end the portal is this guide. These guides are coming through for you all to say, hey, we are here. We are here. We have given you these activations. We have given you these light codes. We have given you all of this energy to raise your vibration. We've given you guidance and messages and realization of your true divinity. And you can maintain this now by recognizing that we are always here as spiritual beings guiding you, and that we will be able to help you maintain this energy simply by having you continue to receive it from us and to connect with us further. So that is what they're saying to you with this card from Hello from Heaven for the end of the week, and to really end that portal. This is more of that Friday card, that 426 card. And so I want to read what the card says as well. It says, your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. And this reminds us of what we talked about during the reading as well for the astrology and the spirit messages, is to follow the signs in this deep meditative space that we're going to be in, this lucid space of receiving and integrating activations. We want to follow the signs because the signs are what our guides are giving us from the spirit world to lead us into more of our experience. And just look at how beautiful that card is. So, so, so beautiful. So we're really feeling into many guides here. And then the last card for the end of the week, this feels more of like that weekend card. We're cleansing. We're cleansing. This is so important. This is about that Saturday that we talked about with the astrology and also the spirit messages, feeling into that ending of the portal and knowing that our body will then need to adapt and cleanse and get used to its new vibration and rest and relax or clear tension, whatever it feels like it needs to do. Make sure that you do it, because that body is going to need that cleanse from that portal. It's going to need just that adapting time, that ability to feel like it can recover and rest in that, from that activation. Because even though activations are so great and exhilarating and awesome, our body takes a little bit of a toll because it's a physical vessel. So when we get cosmic connection activations, or we get light code downloads from our angels, or we get DNA activations, our body feels it. Our physical essence, our earth essence takes it a little bit harder. So we want to cleanse and rest and relax and let our bodies adapt after big transformations and shifts of energy and portals like that. So the card itself says, Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy the office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So this is going to be helping us release any additional or residue of the old that we needed to release from this portal. So make sure you get ahead of it by releasing stuff that doesn't serve you now. Don't wait until the last minute to start releasing. Let yourself start letting go of things now that you know aren't good for you. Distance yourself from those relationships that aren't fueling you in the right way or leading you in the right path. Distance yourself from circumstances or environments that you know are doing the same, and allow yourself to cleanse, and then have that final cleanse, that relaxing cleanse, that adapting into a new vibration at the end of the week after this big portal. So quick review: power in the beginning of the week. That's what our portal is going to be all about, stepping into our power, our faith, our purpose. And then the next middle of the week, Raziel with dreams, lots of dream work from our astral realm and our connection from our guides and all the light downloads. Hello from heaven, all of our galactic guides, our spirit guides, our angels, our loved ones, our animals, our animal spirit messages, all of them coming forth with messages and signs to help guide us in our journey. And then cleansing the body, allowing us to feel completely free of tension, adapting to the new vibration that we have achieved, and exiting that portal and feeling completely liberated. All right, you all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you are celebrating Easter, have a beautiful Easter Sunday. If you're not, you're just spiritual and you're just enjoying the vibe, have a great day and tapping into your rebirth and being reflective of everything that's going on, recognizing your own transformations and the transformations on the globe. And let's all continue to send energy where it's needed and love each other fully. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me for this whole reading. I appreciate you so much. Make sure to share this reading with a friend and check out my music. All of my music is on my page as well. There's a playlist on my channel titled Rissa Vibes Music Videos where you can tap into all my visuals of my music. And then there's also a playlist called Spirit Junkie where you can listen to my entire first album, and it is all there for you. So tap into it. Let me know how you feel by commenting and sharing it with friends. I love you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you shortly for another reading next week.